18th of February and the 22nd of February is the current plan for those games to go ahead. Montenegro against France, Germany against Great Britain, and Montenegro against Germany and France against Great Britain are the four fixtures that will be played in that final window. But the current window is going to be played here at the Palais de Sport de Pau, which is in France, of course. Pau located around 100 kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean, around 50 kilometers from Spain, overlooking the Pyrenees. It is terrific that we do have the opportunity to play out these games, of course. Plenty of logistical difficulties in getting these fixtures to go ahead. But it's going to be a fascinating couple of days in this group because it is so finely balanced. Talk a little bit more about what is required for each of the teams in the games that remain, but we'll have a pause first for the national anthems.
Et maintenant l'hymne national de la France, la Marseillaise. Merci, thank you.
So, fascinating way to start the evening. First of the two games to be played today, the other two games to be played on Sunday. Great Britain will be taking on Montenegro and France will be taking on Germany, looking to respond to the defeat that they suffered at the hands of the Germans in the first window. Vincent Collet there, the French coach. And this is your refereeing team this evening from Latvia, Italy and Turkey. Finely poised, this group. All four teams with one win and one defeat so far. France suffering a bit of a surprise defeat to Germany. Germany, of course, have already secured their place at the Eurobasket finals because they are going to be one of the hosts. They are taking part in qualifying. But they will qualify regardless, so as would normally be the case, the top three from this group would go through. You kind of have to take Germany out of the equation. It's going to be 2 from 3, France, Great Britain and Montenegro. 2 of them will make it through, 1 of them won't be there. Now this is the starting 5 for France. Mumbai, Albisi, Lassor, Cordigné and Boutet making up the starting 5 for Vincent Collet's team. They are missing a couple of the key players from their first qualifying window. Mustafa Fall was vital for them in those 2 games. Also, Gueshon Yabusele, he's not involved either. Axel Julian and David Michino were both impressive in that window, and they are in the roster for the next couple of games. Vincent Collet, the head coach, has been in charge of the national team since 2009, winning Eurobasket 2013, of course. Runners-up in 2011, bronze medal in 2015, also won the bronze medal at the World Cup in 2014 and 2019. Now this is what the Great Britain starting five looks like. Olaseni starting, Okera 4 as well, Luke Nelson, Miles Hessen, and Yeboah making up the starting five. And the big news really in terms of the roster for Mark Stootle's team is that Obi Soko, who top scored for Great Britain in the first window, is unavailable. The former Murcia and London Lions forward, he averaged 18 points and 9.5 rebounds in the 2 games in the opening window. Obi Soko missing out. Luke Nelson, Okeria 4, both key players in that first window as well. So too Dan Clark, of course. 104 caps for him, very experienced player. And he is in the 12. And will no doubt be involved at crucial times during this opening game of the window. Nate Rankin, the head coach, of course, not able to travel, so not involved. So Stootle taking the reins again for Team GB. Final words from Vincent Collet to his players with their tip-off just around the corner.
Isaiah, tu montes tout de suite vertical, accès au corner. Et là, on essaye de donner à Mathias en dessous. Et toi, de côté, il faut venir dans la fenêtre derrière. D'accord? Allez, on y va, les gars.
11 years in charge of the national team, hugely experienced.
Defensively, let us rebound and run. Listen, first possession out. We're in shirt this way, so 2 is Luke, 3 is Aquasi, 5 is Gabe, 4 is Miles. Luke's over the top, Aquasi's under to the deep corner. Luke, tight curl here to shuffle Miles. Gabe pop, you hit Gabe. Teddy, come and get the handoff. Shuffle through to the corner, Miles, okay. T, get the handoff. Re-screen back this way, so get some separation back this way. Gabe, short roll. Backdoor action here for Miles, okay? So we're trying to run this with decoy for Miles. See if you've got Miles on the lob, see it. If not, pitch back to Gabe, Miles is sealing, okay? Yes, hey, the first score, establish our defense. Let's go. Hey, listen, after that we're in basic. Let everyone get a touch, everyone get involved. Go!
Final instructions coming there from Great Britain's acting head coach. He talked about the underdog mentality. That is what they are coming into these fixtures, building on, feeling of being on the back foot. Underdog mentality suits this Great Britain team, and it would be a huge shock if they could pull off a win here against France. Had to come through pre-qualifiers, of course, to get to this stage of the competition. And will not want to miss an opportunity to participate at Eurobasket 2022. And we are almost ready to go here in Pau as the qualifying action gets underway. So Great Britain up against France in Group G. Big game in what is an extremely tight group at the moment. Great Britain in the white, France in the dark blue. Early foul called. Early opportunity for Great Britain to try and get some points on the board, get things moving. It's a decent attempt to get the ball rolling here from the British side. 3-point attempt is missed. There might be another opportunity though. It was tidied up there by Yeboah. Nice bounce pass there and just couldn't make it count in the end. And Great Britain missing their early opportunity to get points on the board here. And here come France with their first attempts of the night. The three-pointer missed by Mbaye. Great Britain on the move again. Yeboah. This is Luke Nelson. Luke Nelson scored 26 points in that victory over Germany, which is where he plays his domestic basketball now. 25-year-old. Great Britain is still looking for that first score of the night. Hassan penalised here. Vignier drawing the foul. Hassan protesting his innocence. A chance for another three-point attempt from Bouteille, who knocks it down. France up and running. Axel Bouteille making no mistake that time, his second three-point attempt. As the bounce pass goes to no one. They just haven't been able to get going yet, Great Britain. Stittle looks on. The foul called. Nelson it was, who's penalised. Bouteille. Lessor. Vignier. Basically goes for the three-pointer. It's not going to make it. And tied it up by Yeboah. Here is Nelson. Yeboah again. He goes for the three and can't get it to go. Still Great Britain waiting to get off the mark in this first quarter. Nearly 2.5 minutes played. Mbaye goes for the two and knocks it down. France open up a 5-point lead. Vital here for Great Britain to get on the board quickly. Nelson. Another pass that's gone astray. It's the second time that's happened. Maybe a few early nerves here for Team GB. Nicely knocked down that by Amat Mbaye. 3 minutes gone. 3-point advantage for the French. Lessor looks for a way through. It's finished off very nicely indeed by Cordinier. On hand to make that one count. And a 7-point advantage now for the French. No reply yet from the British side. Telio Carrier for able to keep that particular move going. You'll see Cordinier's put away there. Miles Hessen again. Well, the loose passes are just a little too common in these early exchanges. Frustrating start for the British team. Great block that by Mbaye. Getting the better of Miles Hessen. And the turnover followed shortly after. There's Bouteille again for the three-point attempt and knocks down his second three. And France have a double-digit lead. Hessen again. Eric Philipp has come onto the court here. First appearance in 2 years for Team GB. And once again, it's come to nothing. LBC, another three-point attempt. This would really damage the British hopes early on. And Baye knocks it down. And France off to a flyer. 13 points without reply. With just over 4 minutes of the first quarter played, this is a tough start for Great Britain.
We have 4 or 5 great minutes down there, we have to settle down. Whatever we get into down here, any single time they're denying, try and get your time and we'll go middle, reversal, and continue to play through the back, okay? So there's that first one on the switch, try and switch top side. If it's Luke on the mismatch, weak side, that's where we come and help and build from there. But listen, 2 or 3 guys catch and shoot, you've got to make them put it on the floor and go for that. That's it. Hey, listen, you said we have a punch, that's their punch. Settle into the game, we had 4 or 5 great looks side to side, relax and go for it. Coming down this time, let's go shirt punch, okay? Into the last act, shirt punch into the same thing to roll, all the way through, okay? Stay together, full team, go through when you go to the block.
You got 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, this is just about as tough as it gets here for Great Britain. Really difficult start, some loose passes, a lot of turnovers. We need to start getting some points on the board here, just settle things down. Nervous start from them. France off to a flyer, you have to say. Some good shooting from long range. Baye and Bouteille both with plenty of points on the board as Baye throws down another 2, uncontested. And yet more damage to Great Britain here in the first quarter. Another turnover, the steal from Baye. Just picked it up and all the time in the world. Now the three-point attempt once again has been missed, just about recovered there by Great Britain. Really need to get these points on the board, and finally they do have the first score of the evening. Olaseni putting that one away. Great Britain finally off the mark. It might just be the springboard here. There's a long, long way to go in this game. Travelling call this time though, which has just disrupted the Great British rhythm. Olaseni penalised. Obviously, so Bouteille and Bissi again. Turn over here, might just allow Great Britain through. Foul's been called. Tarek Phillip drawing the foul. Ball back into this Great Britain squad. As they come forward again, trying to add to that tally. 2 missed, and here come France again. Lassor. Bissi. Baye. And Lassor can't get it to go, well claimed. The pass wasn't held. Frustration there for Great Britain once again. Charles Pfluger. Able to hold on to that one. A number of turnovers in this first quarter from Great Britain as France make them pay again. Amat Mbaye, yet again the man to profit. 9 points for him already. 4 from 5 from the field. As France restore their 15-point advantage. Tariq Phillip finds Hessen. And Hessen looks to lay it up, can't get it to go. First time this evening, Dan Clark taken to the court. His experience is exactly what Great Britain need at this moment in time. Another missed attempt from Pfluger. Abisi. Assault. Couldn't get that one to go. Tariq Phillip, a bounce pass into Clark, and Clark, his first attempt of the evening. France drawing the foul here. Jerry Boutsiel. The foul from Clark. Just under 3 minutes left, and that was nicely done by Tariq Phillip. Moving the ball quickly here, can they finish it off? There was much promise again, just lacking that composure. It seems to have been the case really throughout this first quarter. Certainly some nerves and, as I say, a bit of a lack of composure at those crucial moments. France looking to make this count again. Nicely finished by Boutsiel. Jerry Boutsiel making that layup. So Julien with the assist. He's got a couple already. And he had 90 seconds or so on the court. 17-point lead for France with a little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 19-2. Boutsiel again. Misses it this time. Tariq Phillip. Behind the back pass. Still couldn't get it to go there. Might be a chance for a three. Clark going in to try and claim that rebound. Actually, Hamilton missing the three-point attempt. Seconds on the clock in this first quarter. 19-2, France lead. The turnover there. Steal that from Tariq Phillip. It's looked lively, looked threatening for Great Britain in this first quarter. Did well to steal and then draw the foul. Bit of a discussion going on here between the officials. Just going to review that last incident. So Julien is the player they're looking at here. They have reviewed it. And sticking with the initial decision. Hamilton. Clark. Clark again. That pass inside to Hamilton. Cut out once more by the French, who defensively have been outstanding in this first quarter. Axel Julien. A chance for another three and another blow to Great Britain. Ouattara nailing that from distance. And France take a 20-point lead into the final minute of this first period. Philip looking for the attempt from the corner from Clark. My goodness, that was needed. Dan Clark making that one count. About a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as France continue to pile on the points. It's just inside that, just the two from Michino from the corner. Final few seconds here. Great Britain look for one last say in this quarter, but they haven't been able to do that. As the buzzer goes for the end of the first quarter, that is some performance from the French. They are running away with it as it stands. Great Britain struggling to get points on the board in that first 10-minute spell. And it's France who lead at the end of the first by 24 points to 5. So France with a big lead in the first half here in Pau. Second quarter just about to get underway. 19 points the difference between these two teams. Great Britain with a mountain to climb after a difficult start. Really struggled, just 2 from 21 from the field in that first quarter. If it wasn't for Dan Clark's three-pointer, it would have looked even worse. He has certainly made a difference since coming on. Came on with under 4 minutes to go in that first quarter. And does have that experience that Great Britain really seem to need at this moment in time. Clark it is who claims the rebound. And can Great Britain start to eat into this 19-point deficit? This is Tariq Phillip again. Luke Nelson. Phillip. Is there anywhere to go here for Great Britain? That's really nicely done. The foul drawn. Alexander Chasson is the player penalised. Really smart play this from Ashley Hamilton to draw the foul. Hamilton knocking down both free throws. Much needed points on the board for Great Britain. Now trailed by 17, but it's been turned over. And Tariq Phillip couldn't get it to go, might get a second chance. Here's Dan Clark, Phillip again. Need to get the shot away quickly here. Up it goes. Great Britain can have another go here. Clark, bounce pass into Nelson. Nelson out to Harrison, and Tariq Phillip with a three. That's no good. Better passing and moving that from Great Britain. Nothing to show for it at the end. PCL, and the whistle goes for another foul. So Julien. There it is. Second personal foul for him. Clark. Well, it's turned over, and this will be an easy throwdown. Otara, uncontested. France punish Great Britain again. Their first points of this second quarter. Just so quick to pounce here. Otara making no mistake. Contested dunk for the Frenchman. Back to a 19-point lead here for France as they turn it over once again. Michino. RBC looking for a way through. Here comes Clark. Nelson was screaming for it on this near side. He's put up the three and knocked it down. That's more like it. Great Britain into double digits. Their second three-pointer of the evening. Luke Nelson with his first points of the game. 26 he scored against Germany in that victory in the opening qualifying window back in February. A big win for the British team. Here is Nelson again. And floated in nicely. Beautifully done that by Olaseni. And just a better spell this from Great Britain. They've got some points on the board. That scoreboard looking much better. 26 points to 12. It's still a big lead for Vincent Collet's team as they call a timeout. Well, tough start here for the British team, but signs of recovery. 14-point game now. Bissy. Bissy again. No, it's nicely stolen by Tariq Phillip. And a chance for another three here for Great Britain. It comes up short. Frustrating missed opportunity there. Great steal by Tariq Phillip. For the first time, Hassan couldn't make it count. Boutte, oh, he's knocked down another. That is his third three-pointer of the night. And just ensures that France maintain this strong grip on the contest. Carrier 4 looking for a way through. Just a nothing. Bissy here for France. Lesaur. Lesaur once again. And gets a shot away in time. Can't get it to go. Here come Great Britain again on the charge. And more frustration. Nelson looking to lay this up and just couldn't get it to go. And they make something of this here though, Great Britain. And that again, it's a loose pass. Just look a little disjointed. Do still look a little nervous out there. Players not quite on the same wavelength. Certainly feeling the absence of Obisoko, who was so big in that first qualifying window in terms of getting points on the board. It's been a tough night so far for Great Britain as France move into the 30s. 19-point lead restored. There's Dan Clark, who's Certainly made a positive difference since his introduction. I do wonder where Great Britain would be without him in this game at the moment. Here's Nelson. Oh, turned over again, great steal. Obviously, a bit of a scramble for possession. Eventually it is France who come away with it. Boutet. And the foul called. FIBA Eurobasket penalised here, just his hands on Mathieu Lesor. This was a steal a few moments ago by LBC. France. Oh, how about that from Lesor? Throws it down with authority. Picked up beautifully. As France for the first time have a 21-point lead. Clark with the three, looking to respond, can't get it to go. Clark again looking to claim the rebound, draws the foul. Lesor, who made that dunk just a few moments ago. Plays of the game so far. It's just the foul on Clark. France with a 21-point lead. Still over 3 minutes left in the first half here. 33 points to 12. As Great Britain call a timeout.
Every single time we're trying to go gradually second side and all the way up here. Start deeper, step and seal before we get open. This time we're in horns, we're good with it. Miles is the three this side. Okay, then we have BC as the four, okay, here, and Jay is here. Okay, reach the one, reach here. Okay, yeah. We'll go to the five side, top side, so we go here, force, curl, reversal, jump on screen, and do my game. And you clear out, okay, on the path end, in all, I'll go. Okay, yeah, one time. Score and stop.
So Great Britain down by 21. France in a commanding position here. There's Clark, great pass, oh, super play. Finished off by Olaseni. Great pick out that from Clark. Maybe the best bit of basketball we've seen from Great Britain so far this evening. Draws the foul. It's been pretty key for France, Amatambai, particularly in those early stages. 9 points early on, 4 from 5 from the field. Boutet also on 9 points. By Boutet, Lesor. He's drawn the foul. couple of fouls in quick succession from Dan Clark, so he's going to be replaced here. Actually, Hamilton back in. Clark making a positive impact, but that is his third foul. And Lassor adds the extra. Just help his team pull away a little more. 22-point lead now for the French team. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Here's Nelson. 3-point attempt missed and easily gathered by Andrew LBC. Nelson trying to steal it. LBC recovers. Bounce pass into and by, who doesn't miss from there. Into double digits with that. Amat Mbaye. Uncontested. Unrelenting, this French team at the moment. Nicolas Lang with the foul, which has led to this. Free throw attempt, a couple of free throw attempts. Well, Tariq Phillip. Gets it to go at the second time as well. And Tariq Phillip with a couple of points on the board at last. Missing his attempts from the field. A couple of rebounds and an assist. It's actually looked a real threat. A couple of steals as well. And it's still a big lead here for France. 22 points clear as Mbaye has all the time in the world to line this up. Couldn't make it count. Here's Harrison. And Olaseni draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Second foul for Boutet. 3 from 4 from the field. All 3 of those 3-pointers, incidentally. He's got 9 points. Olaseni first. The second one count. It's certainly been more of a contest in the second quarter. France have increased their lead by 3 since the end of the first. A really tough opening for Great Britain. A long time to get on the board, and France have been pretty ruthless at times. There's another 3 to count there. They open up a 24-point advantage. Amat Mbaye just keeps on knocking them down. His 14 points is a game high at the moment. Mbaye with good numbers, 6 from 8 from the field, couple of rebounds, 14 points. Just over a minute left in the first half. Second quarter coming to a close, and a long, long way back here for Great Britain, who would have hoped to cause a bit of an upset here. It's looking less and less likely by the minute. as France extend their lead again. It's another three. Nicolas Lang making no mistake. As Harrison looks to respond and does. Ashley Hamilton getting his first three of the night. 24-point lead again here for the French into the final 30 seconds of the half. Another three-point attempt. This one's no good. The layup wasn't made. France may get the last say in the half here as well. LBC. Oh, fakes and gets the pass away to Mbaye, who draws the foul. Matt Mbaye has been a real thorn in the side of the Great Britain team here. Get another chance to add to his personal tally in this first half now. 14 points already, 3 rebounds. Nice pass this from LBC. And Mbaye drawing the foul. Well, Mbaye does have the final say in the first half. Another 2 points to add to his personal tally. 16 points and 3 rebounds from him after a very difficult 20 minutes or so for this Great Britain team. Still haven't really recovered from what was a terrible start. Things looking a little bit better in the second quarter. They fell a further 7 points behind, having been 19 points down at the end of the first quarter. 46-20 is the halftime score, and France looking good for a second win in this group. Well, Vincent Collet will be delighted with the way his team have conducted themselves in the first half here. They have dominated from the start. They scored the first 15 points of the game without Great Britain getting on the board at all. It was a very difficult first quarter rather, for the Great Britain team. Just 5 points scored in that first quarter. They did recover in the second and made a bit more of a contest. But it was still a difficult time for the Great British team. Haven't really been able to get going so far. Gabriel Olaseni top scoring with 7 points. Dan Clark came on, having not been one of the 5 starters. Certainly made a difference. 3 points, 3 rebounds and an assist for him. Olaseni's made the biggest impact, you would say. Hamilton as well at times. It's been a difficult evening for Luke Nelson, who was so good against Germany in the previous window. 4 turnovers for him in that first half, but it's been Amat Mbaye, the man you can see there hanging from the rim, who's been the biggest threat. 16 points for him in that first half. Terrific contribution, 3 rebounds as well. Andrew LBC making vital contributions, 8 assists for him in that first half. He could end up with a huge number in that particular column. 3 rebounds and a couple of points for him as well. It's all round just a very solid night's work so far for France. They are on course for their second win in this group. Great Britain have it all to do. Half time here, 20 points to 46. France lead, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the third quarter. Turkey look to make the fast start. It's great defense from the Dutch.
Richard has the ball taken away. Behind the back pass, a little bit of razzle-dazzle by Spain. Gets it to Zayed, and he goes up for the dunk, and he's fouled. What a moment for Spain here in Cluj-Napoca.
So a good score from Pustanov. The three from the half! Schreiner makes it! Wow, what a three from Schreiner from the half. Look at this one, he gets it.
And big time shot. Look at this. What a pass, and the big throwdown by Mbai.
Foul here, Latvia. They're going to have to do so at some stage. Bulgaria did a good job there of just ticking. Oh, he's made it! That is remarkable. Absolutely remarkable from D-Boss. And that surely will be that. Well, that is one of the best shots you will see in every single qualifying window over the next 12 months.
Well, welcome back to Pau at the Palais de Sport. France flying in this opening game of the window in Group G. I'll remind you of the situation overall in the group in just a moment, but first a reminder of the score here. It is a huge lead for the French team, who started in such impressive fashion. They lead by 46 points to 20. Largely down to a really difficult start for Great Britain. Couldn't seem to get going in those early minutes. It's a very good French team. We should, of course, bear that in mind. Strong favourites for this group. Amartya Mbai has been the key man, really. 16 points for him. 3 rebounds, 6 from 9 from the field. Maybe not a fully functioning full-strength French team, but nonetheless a very strong one, and Great Britain have struggled to stay in touch with them, really. Obisoko is their big miss in this game, of course, unavailable for this window. And he did make such a big impression in that first qualifying window. Gabriel Olaseni And so come on and made a big difference. In truth, 7 points, 5 rebounds. And he was introduced in the second quarter. Luke Nelson's had a tough time of it, really. A couple of assists, but it was 4 turnovers in the end in that first half. It was the start of the game, really, that put Great Britain on the back foot. 15 points down without getting any points on the board themselves. It was only really when they introduced Dan Clark that things started to settle down a little bit. Eric Phillip there with a few impressive steals in that first half, but just lacked a little bit of composure, particularly in the early stages. Olaseni has made a difference, as I said. 3 from 5 from the field, 7 points, 5 rebounds. And the second quarter was a much improved performance from Great Britain, but you have to credit the French for the way they've gone about things here. Absolutely ruthless. You may remember that they suffered that defeat to Germany in their first game in this group. And as far as the group is concerned, it's beautifully poised going into this weekend's games. All 4 teams with 1 win and 1 defeat. Germany, of course, getting that win over France, and Montenegro beating Great Britain in the first round of games. Then in the second round of games, a couple of days later, France beating Montenegro handsomely, 85-66. Great Britain getting that famous win in Newcastle against Germany, 81-73. They're going to need some inspiration from that performance to really turn things around. In terms of the seeding for the qualifying draw when it was made, Great Britain went into the 8th pot of seeds, and that is because of their need to go through the pre-qualifiers, the 3rd round of pre-qualifiers. They had quite a long qualifying journey to get to this stage where the actual qualifiers start. So they were in the final pot of seeds, pot 8. Montenegro in pot 5. They were ranked 28 in the world at the time. Germany 22 in the world at the time the draw was made in February 2019. They were in pot 4, France in pot 1 as the 3rd ranking best team in the world. They're top 6 at the moment. And that again should be a reminder to everybody just how impressive this French team is, even if they are missing some of their star players. And Germany, of course, well, as much as they'd like to do well in qualifying, it doesn't really matter. They will be at Eurobasket 2022, whatever happens. They are one of the hosts. So really it's a shootout, 2 from 3. France, Great Britain and Montenegro will battle it out for the 2 spots. France get the win today. It puts them in a strong position. You would think that they'd all but secure their place in the finals if they can get another win in a couple of days' time when they take on Germany. No guarantees whatsoever, though. Germany take on Montenegro tonight. That's a big one as well. Every game in this group is of huge significance. And we are now underway in the second half. Great Britain taking on France here in Pau, the Palais des Sports. Great Britain in the white, France in the dark blue, as Dan Clark hands it off for the nice finish early on in this 3rd quarter. Really nicely worked out by Great Britain. More of that needed over the next 20 minutes. Olaseni getting another 2. He's on to 9 points with rebounds. Played a huge chunk of that first half as well. Olaseni over 15 minutes. Travelling the call there against Mathieu Lassor. Esson, Clark, Nelson, Carrier-4 and Olaseni, the starting 5 in the 3rd quarter here for Great Britain. Abissi, Boutet, Cordinier, Lassort and Mbaye, the starting five for France. Third quarter getting underway. It's Great Britain who made the fast start here though in the third. Nelson getting a couple of points on the board. It's not been the easiest of nights for him so far. He'll be glad to have a couple more points to his tally. Two from 8 from the field for him as Great Britain come forward again. Dan Clark and Olaseni has drawn another foul. He's made the layup as well. And this is much more like it from Great Britain. Terrific start to the third quarter here. That one dropping eventually. Olaseni has missed the free throw, but it's worked out better for Team GB. And Miles Hessen claiming the rebound and making the layup. And it's an 8-point run here for Great Britain without reply as France again failed to make it count. Nelson looking to lay it up, couldn't quite get it to go. What a start to the second half. That would have been a 10-point run without reply, but there is the main man again, Amat Mbaye, to settle things down with a three-pointer. 19 for him, his third three of the night. Has just taken the edge off here from what has been a great start by Great Britain, but how about that? Goodness me. Cordinier flying through the air. And 5 quick points for France. As Mbaye claims a rebound. Abissi. Mbaye again. Steps back for the long two and knocks it down with ease. He's starting to make these with his eyes closed now. 21 points, 8 from 12 from the field. Suddenly, Great Britain find themselves almost back to where they were at the start of the second half. Three-point attempt is no good. Missed opportunity there for Miles Hessen. Great Britain with 8 points, 8 unanswered points at the start of this third quarter, but a quick 7 from France has got them back into a really commanding position again. 25-point lead, make that 27 as Cordinier lays another one up. Clark. And again. A foul called. Great steal from Cordinier, and then absolutely flew to the rim to throw it down. From the corner here, missed attempt by Teddy Okerefort. Andre Abissi. And the fourth attempt, it still doesn't go. Lassort draws the foul. The ball just won't go in. They will get a chance from the line. Mathieu Lassort. 5 points so far, 3 rebounds. This ball just wouldn't drop. Both free throws made. France have increased their lead by 3 now since the start of this third quarter. Long two attempted, it's no good. Cordinier claims the rebound. RBC, 9 assists for him so far. Saw RBC, Cordinier for 3. And the rebound claimed by Miles Hessen. Eric Phillip, Dan Clark with a long 3, knocks it down. Dan Clark doubling his tally. 6 points for him, both of them 3-pointers. 3 rebounds, 3 assists as well for the big man. It's 105th appearance for Great Britain tonight. Calming influence as Hessen misses the hook shot. RBC. A bounce pass into Mathieu Lesor, out to the three-point attempt once again from Axel Boutet. He is dealing only in threes tonight. It's his 4th. And Cordinier claims a rebound here for France, who can go again and inflict more punishment. Boutet, can he hit another? Not this time. Claimed by Clark. 29 points the difference here. A little under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. The steal there. And Tariq Phillip, but he couldn't keep it going. And Axel Julien with a misplaced pass. Referee did well to get out of the way of this one. That might have been who the pass was intended for. France 3 points better off than they were at the end of the first half, 14-11 in this third quarter. Despite that great start from Britain in the opening couple of minutes, had their best 2 minutes of the game as Clark goes for the 3 from distance, can't get it to go. It's under severe pressure, it was a difficult attempt. So Julien. Foul called. Butsial it was who received the punishment there. Cordinier leaves the court. Clark. Out to the corner, Clark again, gets it! Superb from Dan Clark to get another 3 for him. Steps back to go for it from distance. It was never in doubt. There's a foul in there as well. That's the free throws here for Lothier Ogunleye. Makes 1 from 2. Dwayne Lotier-Ogunleye in his first point. It's a 25-point game now. 3-point attempt has missed, and Clark does well. Tariq Phillip, Dan Clark, nice pass, really good play this from Great Britain. Travelling at the end of it, disappointing really after some excellent hands. Clark and Lotier-Ogunleye involved. It was really nicely worked. Hamilton, though unable to prevent the turnover. Travelling was the call. And so Julien goes for the 3. Dan Clark, I think, felt that he was nudged there. As he tried to claim this rebound. Close call, that one. And France can keep the pressure up here. Minute 40 left in the third quarter. Great Britain just edging this third quarter as well, but only by a point. Not enough really to make any significant dent in that deficit. And you consider just how tough that first quarter was for them. Have to give the Great Britain team credit for the way they've responded. Things look really bleak after about 8 or 9 minutes. There's a great block from Chesson. Benjamin Mockford denied. Lotier-Ogunleye again, can't get it to go. So Julien. It's a nice pass. Can they make this count here, the French? Foul called. So drawing the foul. Get the chance to go to the line here with a couple of free throws. Two from 2. Tariq Phillip looking to thread that ball through. No luck at the end of it. So Julien. Julien again. Into the corner. It's Konate. Keeping the ball moving here. Final couple of seconds on the shot clock. They managed to get a shot away. Came to nothing. 30 seconds left now in this third quarter. The foul. Alexandre Chesson. Player penalised here. So it will be a trip to the foul line for Ashley Hamilton. He does make both. 37-62 the score here. Great Britain with their best scoring quarter so far in the game. 17 points to France's 16. As Chasson looks to rectify that with a three-point attempt. Good claim by Clark. It'll be Great Britain to have the final say in this third quarter. Maybe even Clark himself goes for the three. Can't get it to go. That would have been a nice way to end a much better third quarter from Great Britain. They had a tremendous start to it. Scored the first 8 points. France did come back and just ensured that they maintained the big advantage. Great Britain only able to cut that deficit by 1 over that 10-minute period. France with a huge lead going into the final quarter, 62-37. So final quarter here, France look to be heading for that all-important victory. With this group so finely poised, takes a little bit of pressure off them in their next game in a couple of days' time against Germany. And Great Britain looking to make a lively start here. Foul drawn, it'll be a trip to the line. So a couple of points early here for Great Britain in the fourth. Gautier Ogunleye making both of those. 3 points in total for him now in this game as France look to respond. An open two missed. And here come Great Britain again. They made a good start to the third quarter, looking to do the same in the fourth here. Oh, great pass. Great defense as well. Chasson with a block, not for the first time. Those big arms in the way. And denied Olaseni. Philip and Gautier Ogunleye unable to make the layup. A little bit of a scramble for possession. It's gone France's way. Axel Julien for France. Still looking to get off the mark in this fourth quarter here, the host nation for this window. Konate. And gets it to drop. Nothing but net from Lahu Konate. Doubles his tally. And restores France's 25-point lead. Tarek Phillip. Long three-point attempted there by Mockford. To nothing in the end for Great Britain. Never really recovering from that early difficulty that they had in getting that ball to drop. Just couldn't get points on the board early on. Took them around about 8 minutes. They were already 15 points down by the time they finally got on the scoreboard. It's been a long way back ever since. Axel Julien looking for a way through. France have lost possession, and this should be a 2 here for Great Britain. The layup from Hamilton. A steal and the assist from Lothier Ogunle. Hamilton making the layup. Getting in there to make the block. Stupel looks on. Konate finding good CL there, and to have looked much more clinical and really dangerous at times. Maybe just took their foot off the gas a little bit at the start of the third quarter, allowed Great Britain to have a good run, their best run of the game, really. Another 2 made from the line by Lahu Konate. 6 points in total for him. 4 of those have come from free throws. It's Tarek Phillip now. And Hamilton, travelling called. Not for the first time tonight. Still a 25-point difference here. Another 3-point attempt, no good. The ball just bounces out of bounds. Chasson missing his attempt from distance to get off the mark. Alexandre Chasson done some good defensive work, but just 1 rebound to his name. No assists, no points. In 13 minutes he's been on court. Good work defensively, as I say. Keeping Great Britain at bay for much of this game. And there he is again. That's exactly what he does, but he couldn't keep possession for his team this time. Eventually it does go the way of Michino for France. He draws the foul from Hessen. France calling a timeout. They lead 66-41.
Donc, de toute façon, tu n'auras pas d'avantage. Nico, il fait semblant de rester à l'écran. Il est marqué par Esson. On est d'accord, hein? David, tu vas là, ils peuvent passer dessus, je m'en fous. Tu vas prendre de la surface. Toi, tu fais semblant de descendre. Le Sani va être content. Et tu te positionnes là. Okay. Et Nico, il fait le tour. Et il a le flair. Il faut que tu sois haut pour avoir une bonne passe là. Et là, on a le deuxième shooter. Là-haut, Alex, t'es devant. Okay. D'accord? Une fois que tu as fait le flair, après tu plonges. Une fois que tu as fait ton flair à Nico, tu restes bien en position, mais après tu plonges quand même.
Mais fais-le dans le blanc rouge. Fais-le dans le centre. Même si la touche elle est là-bas, mais
So Michino for France here. Long drawing the foul. Tarek Phillip it was who was penalised. There it is, clear to see. Michino. Konate. Jumping inside, floats one up, couldn't quite get it to go, and the follow didn't drop either. Here come Great Britain once more. Going to go all the way. Oh, great finish. That is a great finish of Tarek Phillip. Struggled a little bit at times. It's 1 from 7 from the field for him, but some of the stuff he's done has been pretty good at times. It has been a difficult night overall for Great Britain. There's Michino. Konate for 3. No luck for him, claimed by Nelson. The player has not quite been able to have his best night. Dan Clark kept it alive, chance for a 3 from the far side. And it is knocked down by Miles Hessen. It has been a much better British performance in this second half so far. Since half-time, they lead 26-20. Alexander Sachon is penalised there. Still a big 20-point lead here for France. Tarek Phillip looks to knock down another 3 for Great Britain and does so. And restoring some respectability to the scoreline here. Still a big lead, 17 points. A good performance in these second, third and fourth quarters is what Great Britain were looking for after that disappointing first. They have a big game against Montenegro to come in a couple of days. It's a game that's increasingly looking like a must-win game. They will play Germany and France again in the next window. Montenegro feels like their best opportunity to really put some pressure on the other teams looking to qualify from this group. France taking a big step forward here. They do go on to claim the win. Which is looking increasingly likely. Here is Long. Another foul drawn by Amat Mbaye, who has been such a threat. A phenomenal performance from him. 23 points, 5 rebounds. Tariq Phillip making way, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for him. Might be the last we see of him in this game. We shall have to wait and see. Just 1 from 2 made there by Mbaye, but France have made the most of the turnover there. And reclaimed possession. Michino looked to lay it up, wasn't able to. Found his path blocked by Ashley Hamilton. Long. To the corner, Michino cuts inside. Oh, that's superb. Couldn't quite apply the finish. Has it back again. Michino, long, and Boutte for 3. Well, he's been knocking them down all night. Axel Boutte with his 5th 3-pointer. 15 points, all of them 3-point attempts, 5 from 6 from beyond the arc in this game. For Axel Boutte, that's made a big difference to the scoreline here. Clark. Waiting for the right moment, got the pass away. Out it comes to Hessen, goes for the 3. And it just wouldn't drop. You did feel at the start of this game that for Great Britain to get the result that they want, or that they wanted, that everything was going to have to fall into place. And it just hasn't worked out like that. Really paying the price for that difficult start where they looked all at sea. There's Clark, nice little spin, great finish from Dan Clark. And the experienced international player showing his quality there, double digits for him. 6 rebounds and 3 assists as well as his 11 points so far. He's really held this British team together at times. He's got them over the 50-point mark. Miles Hessen making way. There's Clark again. Nelson. Nelson. Couldn't get it to go. Great claim, that one. Keep Britain moving forward here. Nelson. Again, he's missed it. Foul's been called, though. Ogunleye making the first of his free throws. Chance here to make it a 19-point game with just over 2 minutes to go. And when you consider they were 15 points down very early on without having troubled the scoreboard, Britain have done a decent job of showing some resolve and some fight against a very, very good French team. Definitely in that first half, France looked almost unstoppable. As Michino adds another couple. Clark. Mockford. Puts it up here towards Tariq Phillip. Dan Clark again for 3. Not this time. Michino with a bounce pass and nicely finished. Chasson made it count. Michino, the instigator, the provider. Gauthier Ogunlé loses out. Cordinier snatches it off it. Now down to the final minute here in the fourth quarter. France can see this out comfortably. They've always been in control. Less than a minute to play. Clark. Three-point attempt is good. How about that from Ashley Hamilton? Takes him into double digits, 12 points, 4 rebounds for him. It's a 20-point lead for France as they look to finish with a flourish here. Oh, that is beautifully done. Just knocked down that three with ease there, Chasson. Gauthier Ogunlé, he's gone for the three-pointer, he's drawn the foul. It's going to be another trip to the line for him. There'll be 3 free throws here. He's missed the first 2. And misses the third as well. A disappointing end to what has been a little bit of a disappointing night for Great Britain as the final buzzer goes. It's a comfortable win for France. They were strong favourites heading into this game, but they blew Great Britain away early on and held on to that lead pretty comfortably throughout. Never really let the Great Britain team back into the game after they flew into a 15-point lead without Britain getting on the scoreboard. But this is the final score here. Great Britain 56, France 79. Well, it was that start really that made all the difference. Great Britain got themselves 15 points clear. Well, France got themselves 15 points clear, I should say, in the first quarter before Great Britain even managed to get on the scoreboard. That was a real disaster from Great Britain's point of view. A little bit of tension on the court at the end of the game, understandably so. It's a frustrating times, difficult times. Just about everybody, and really disappointing for Great Britain after giving themselves so much to do. Overall, a very pleasing night for France. Good accuracy from the free throw line, 91%, 46 of their 2-point attempts made, 44 from beyond the arc as well. Great shooting from distance. Just outperforming Great Britain in all those key aspects, really. A lot of turnovers from Great Britain in that first quarter in particular. where they really struggled to get going. Hamilton leading the scoring charts for Great Britain with 12. Dan Clark, arguably the top performer for them with 11 points, 4 assists and 6 rebounds and a steal as well. But it was Amat Mbaye of France who really was the star man of the night. 24 points, 5 rebounds. Steal and a block as well for Amat Mbaye. Great Britain can certainly take some pride in that second half performance. They didn't recover from that first quarter, and indeed the first half, where they found themselves with a mountain to climb. And at that stage, you did wonder what kind of scoreline we'd have here. But Great Britain actually outscoring France, not by a huge amount, but nevertheless outscoring them in the second half. 17-16 in the third quarter, 19-17 in the fourth. And there wasn't too much in the second quarter either, though France winning that one 22-15, but it was that first quarter where the damage was done. As I mentioned already, 15 points down, Great Britain, before they got on the scoreboard. Just couldn't get anything to go. It was a pretty disastrous start, and they were misplacing passes, lots of turnovers. That's when they brought Dan Clark on, actually, in that first quarter, that things just started to settle down a bit, and he did certainly put in a good performance here. But against this very, very good French team, it was always going to be virtually impossible to recover. And they had contributions really from all over the court. Lots of players making a big difference. Obviously the main thread in terms of point scoring was Amat Mbaye, 24 points for him. 15 points for Axel Boutet, all of those coming from 3-point attempts, 5 from 6 for him in the game. That was a key factor as well. 6 rebounds for him, 9 for Cordinier. He picked up 6 points. 9 assists for Albisi, actually had 8 of those in the first half. And a few players making a big contribution. No doubt, though, as I say, the main man of the night, Amat Mbaye, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal and 1 block. He certainly made a big impact for the French team. And it is a big win as well for France with this group so tight. They now have to be considered the favourites to go through to Eurobasket 2022, along with Germany, who will qualify regardless of their results. As they are one of the host nations, they will take part in qualifying, and indeed they play Montenegro a little bit later on. But here in the first game in Pau, France have got the win over Great Britain. 79-56 is the winning scoreline for the French. Great Britain have it all to do. A huge game for them against Montenegro in a couple of days' time. Germany take on the Montenegrins this evening as they look to bounce back from that defeat to Great Britain in February. Great win here for France in Pau.